Hey, welcome back, everyone. Today I'm here with Ross Benjamin, SBR contributor, and we're going to give you a quick pitching report for a couple of games, starting with that Giants at the Mets. Now, Ross, in your article, you detailed how Vogie is a very profitable pitcher on the road so far this season. And you also brought to our attention that his success against the money in this role is very deceiving. Can you give us a better understanding of what you were hinting to into that regard?
Well, that's a great question, Dex. It's true. Vogelsong has gone 7-2 against the money on the road in 2014, and he's profited 7.30 units in doing so. That's quite a large number. However, in those 9 starts, he's posted an unimpressive 5.44 ERA and 1.75 whip. Ironically, at home, he's almost the polar opposite, with a losing record against the money and a very good performance line. So I'd be real careful with Vogelsong here. Although he shows his money line record of being very, very good, his numbers indicate he's been a bit lucky in doing so.
Well, yeah, it definitely doesn't give us much of a factor of confidence in Vogie. But how about Nice? I mean, what can you expect to see from him tonight?
Well, the bad news for Jonathan Nice is in his last 4 starts, he's been in bad form, with a 5.71 ERA and a large 1.85 whip. The good news, he's posted a stellar 2.80 ERA in 8 starts at Citi Field and has earned 3.10 units in doing so. In addition, he's seen all 5 of his starts during his career versus the Giants go under the total, while he posted a stellar 2.38 ERA in the process. So Nice matches up very well against the Giants in this situation, being as that he's pitched well at home and he's had good career starts versus San Francisco.
All right, so what I'm taking from this is that pretty much you're giving the edge to Nice, or am I wrong?
No, you're right. Once again, you're right, my man. Considering how well Nice has pitched at home, and while he's facing a team like the Giants that are hitting an anemic 196 as a team over their last 7 games, and the points I previously made in respect to Vogelsong on the road, I'm giving the edge, like you just indicated, to Jonathan Nice of the Mets over Ryan Vogelsong of the Giants.
Yeah, definitely. I have to agree. He looks like the much more solid pick in this case. But anyways, moving on, the other matchup that we have here is the Angels at the Rays. And out of all the starting pitchers for the Angels matchup rotation, we got Matt Shoemaker, who's probably the least publicized one of them. So could you give us some insight about, the Angels hurlers in general?
Well, I mean, Matt Shoemaker, it's a very good pitching staff, first of all, from top to bottom.
Right.
But Matt Shoemaker probably gets, as you indicated, the least amount of publicity of the 5 starters on the Angels staff. He's in very good form off his last 3 starts with a sparkling 2.89 ERA and a very good 0.96 whip, in addition to a 7-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. However, I must point out, all 3 of those previous 3 starts have come at home. The road hasn't been as kind to the Angels youngster. He's seen his last 3 on the road all go over the total, and much of that's been attributed, Dax, to a large 6.75 ERA in those outings.
Wow, that's definitely a poor ERA, and I wasn't really aware of that. But in this case, how about the Rays' Jeremy Hellickson? He's been on the DL for the majority of the season, and he just recently returned, only starting 2 games in 2014. So, I mean, in your opinion, how difficult is it to gauge him from a handicapping perspective, considering the aforementioned information?
Well, it's certainly much tougher than if he had 15 or 20 starts under his belt for the year. However, the one thing that jumps out at me initially in regards to Hellickson is since the start of the 2012 season, he's gone a perfect 3-0 against the money against the Angels with a microscopic 0.52 ERA. Now, he's gone 2-0 against the money in the 2 starts since returning from the DL, as you indicated, with a very good 1.00 ERA. However, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring to the viewers' attention the fact he hasn't been able to get past the 5th inning in either one of those starts, and he's been very fortunate to escape unscathed in both of those outings.
Right. Well, pretty much this telling me that you had pretty much a hard time making a decision here between these 2 hurlers. I mean, am I right?
Yeah, you're 110% correct on that one as well, Dax. The tiebreaker for me here is Hellickson's past record versus the Angels. As I indicated, since 2012, he's been virtually untouchable when facing this lineup. So I'm going to give the slightest of edges here in a matchup that's very tough to gauge to Jeremy Hellickson of the Rays over the Angels' Matt Shoemaker.
All right. Well, Ross, I'm really happy that I actually waited on your analysis because I'd probably be stuck on this one all day long. Anyways, thank you very much, my friend, and I guess I'll see you next week.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me.
All right. And for SportsbookReview.com, this is Dax Floyd.